All right, y'all. Hold up. All right. We're gonna delete that. Y'all don't gotta worry about that. Y'all don't gotta worry about that right there. How y'all doing today? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Oh yeah, this is my setup right now. I figured out how to do all the stuff I needed to. So thankfully it's not like it's not garbage or nothing. I got pretty good at this. I'm getting pretty good at this now. I'm learning. I'm learning a lot. You feel me? Anywho, we're gonna do this real quick. Let's just take that back. Is it in 4K though? That's my question. I don't know what it's in. I think it would be pretty awesome to know. Unpack that. Oh yeah, it goes to the 60. Yeah, I messed with that. Yeah. Oh, that's actually fire gang. Okay. Where's my phone? It's back there. We're gonna grab it real quick. I finally got it working. All right. Let's go ahead and get straight into this though. We're gonna be watching 2K videos of just people like people like actual content create. Well, I'm a content creator. I create stuff, but no, we're actually gonna be watching people that was at Community Day making builds and everything like that, dribbling all different types of news and stuff that we might not have heard from different perspectives, just to see everything. This is this is pretty much how I learn how to make my builds and how I get good at my builds. I'm just gonna bring y'all with me through my journey on learning how to do it this year. So this is my first time going to be able to do this, but you guys will see once I'm done. You guys are gonna be like, "What the world?" You know what I'm saying? There's so much news, so much this, so much that. Um, not gonna cap, not gonna cap. Let me just sit here and finish this real quick. Sorry, I had to sit here and start this. Actually, it's not even on this phone. I don't know where I put the other phone at. Here it is, right here. All right, I gotta send this to some people. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna cap. I got to because I told them I was gonna be live a while ago, and I was not. You know why I wasn't live a while ago? Because I was sitting here learning some crap that I needed to learn. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this go. Um, he's definitely finna see how this moves. Where in the world, truly? Yeah, I don't think these people really care. I don't think those people really care. Uh, Let me see if. Oh wait, this person. Here we go. I found it. My fault. Almost radio. Give me one quick second. Bam, bam. It was for this nigga, and then I gotta send it to this nigga because he told me to let him know. And then after that, we finna start watching. Actually, as a matter of fact, we can start watching this shit right now. I don't want to watch nobody with a face cam, no.
What's good, y'all, man? My name is Choppa, but I go by Choppa, you feel me? And we finally made it to NBA 2K27. I did get invited to play the game early at Community Day, so I do have
This
some
shit do
raw
look fire
gameplay for
though.
y'all. This video will be covering your questions that you asked me on Twitter and my honest thoughts about dribbling as a whole. Last thing before we get started, I need y'all to get this vid to 1K likes and stay to the end for a surprise. And without further ado, let's get into it. The first question this person asks, is there a speed boost and a quick stop? Yes, there is a speed boost and a quick stop. The quick
I ain't
stop
gonna
this year
cap.
feels the same like 2K26. The best way to do it is by letting go of everything and tap L2, which is similar to 2K24. The speed boost is very similar to 2K26. With John Morant, you can see I'm getting a speed boost. Another thing to take note is that play now felt slower compared to other modes we got to play, so therefore the speed boost looks a little slow. This
I ain't gonna lie. So, like, something that I'm looking at, right, whenever I'm watching this stuff, something that I do look at is the animations, of course. Duh. But I'm trying to implement and see which ones I could use. Because we already know from what I've seen already, Curry escape looks like it's going to be the greatest shit on the fucking planet again. Because every year there's something that's going to be meta. But I'm looking at that John Morant. The John Morant might be nice, and I also heard Tyrese Maxey would be like up there too.
Next person asked 4 different questions, with the first one being, if you can run out of moves at all.
He's just sitting here doing. I mean, if you can run out of moves at all angles, or if you're just still can't.
Angles, or answer would be some animations are canned, but the really good animations allow you to control exactly how you run out of that move. For example, Curry escape literally has like 5 different run animations out of his escape, and in my opinion, he has one of the better escapes in the game. Next question this person asked, is the momentum effective again? The momentum I wouldn't say is effective, but it definitely has a better aesthetic. It doesn't seem to get bumped on collision anymore, I noticed in play now, but that might get changed for release. The next question that person asked is if the behind the backs are effective again. The answer would be yes, they are, but there is a catch. For some reason, triggering a behind the back escape like Curry slide was very difficult for me to trigger. I could probably trigger 10 speed glitches in 2K26 before I could trigger 10 Curry slides in 2K27. The last thing he asked was about defensive lateral quickness and collisions. Defensive lateral quickness was good only until you put your hands up. For some reason, if you hold right stick up, which is aggressive contest, your player will get stuck and then they could just run around you. Also, blitzes, collisions, and closeout contests all seem better in 27. This person asks multiple questions, and we have already.
From what I'm seeing here, I'm not going to cap. What I just seen, I gotta run that back real quick. I gotta make sure I just seen that right.
For some reason, if you hold right stick up, which is aggressive,
that right there.
This was good only until you put your hands up. For some reason, if you hold right
hands are up,
stick up, which is.
He did a. Is that a nutmeg? Nope, I did not mean that.
Is aggressive.
This nigga did a nutmeg.
This was good only until you put your hands up. For some reason, if you hold right stick up, which is
behind the back, bam. That's the steal right there. This shit is 26 all over again. I ain't gonna cap. I'm not gonna cap. After seeing just this, it's 26 all over again. That's straight, bro. I already bought the game, so it doesn't really matter.
Aggressive contest, your player will get stuck and then they could just run around you. Also, blitzes, collisions, and closeout contests all seem better in 27. This person asks multiple questions, and we have already covered the first one. He asks how shooting tempo off peaks felt. To be honest, I don't think there is any point to tempo this year, since you have to green both, which in my opinion is easier to mess up compared to shooting button.
I don't think people realize this, right? Last year, the reason why I used to get clowned on was because I always had a slower jump shot. So I was able to time and know exactly what my releases were for my my jump shots and stuff. And I used to not miss like at all because I knew exactly when and where my shots were. You know what I'm saying? Like when to push up, when to go, how fast to stand up there, right? I knew all of that off rip. Here's my thing. I was told to bring my speed and my jump shot up, and yeah, I was getting less contests, but it was harder for me to make my shots. And I don't like that feeling. I feel like if it's the same and all they did was tweak the fact that you have to make it into the green window and time it right, I'm going to be using tempo. Tempo won't be overpowered because it's easier to me. Tempo is way easier to use than timing it. Now, people's like, oh my God, I can't hit my tempo shots. I can't do this. Content creators that play this game religiously are like, I can't hit my tempo. I can't hit my tempo. I'm like, well, that's because they didn't have they didn't have to worry about getting the ball and thinking about their jump shot. They was just trying to get the fastest fucking jump shot and chuck it up. They didn't care about the timing. That's why they sucked at. They're gonna suck at this because they're trying to use it the same way. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people are gonna catch on and be like, "Oh, if you like slower jump shots, tempo is finna be OP." Anyhow, That right there, I'm letting y'all know this now. That is finna be fire. Kyrie spin jumper, doesn't matter. D-book breakdown. I really hope like they do know that every year they usually take out all the meta shit for the last year, take it out, and they switch it, they change it. So that fucking D-book shit is gone. That shit is gone. But something either equally as yokes or even potentially even more overpowered is gonna be on its way. And I really hope it's not.
Next, he asked if SIG size ups are useful again. Yes, SIG size ups are back and are actually useful for the reason I said in the beginning of the video. There are certain moves you get consistent speed boosts out of, and SIG size ups are one of them. If you are not a dribbler, an example of a SIG size up would be Steve Francis from the older 2Ks.
Yeah, we know.
This was in the SIG size up category and it was very OP. We don't have Steve Francis this year, but I did find a couple ones that are useful that I will drop tomorrow and show y'all. Is D-Book Breakdown fries? Yes, it is super fries. D-Book Breakdown literally is the worst animation in the game now. D-Book Breakdown is basically a whole new pro play animation and it is completely slowed down, so it is useless. Kyrie Spin Jumper is back in NBA 2K27 and there is one minor change that actually made it better. Now in 2K27, you can run straight towards the basket without stopping and double tap square to get the good animation. Last year, you had to twirl your right stick in order to get it, but now it is easier to do. So if you are a lockdown and
So all that one is just easier to do. I ain't gonna count.
get beat up the court, the guard will do a spin jumper. Also, Paulo and Katie go-to shots are back in NBA 2K27. However, I cannot show y'all the requirements for them until tomorrow. This person asked about my overall thoughts on dribble.
Until tomorrow. 23 hours ago. Oh, that's today. That's today. Oh, when is that? Hold up. Let me see if 2K HQ. Oh no, it'll be my builder. This just updated. Learn more. Can I download this right now? Excuse me. I wonder if I can download it right here. Early access. No. It should be out, no? Excuse me. I don't know what's wrong with me, man. I've been getting tired for like I've been getting way too tired lately. But nah, I think it's out now, ain't it? Or am I bugging? Let me see. My 2K, wait, my NBA 2K app. I should be able to, oh, I can't. Oh. The app is being sunset 8 a.m. on Friday, August 21st. Today is August 21st. It's past 8 o'clock. We're gonna launch a new app. 8 o'clock, what time though? I should be able to have it right now though. That's my whole thing. I should be able to. Fuck, brother. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can find out on the phone. Let's see if it's out right now. What is it called again? 2K? No, 2K HQ. Fucking original search of 2K HQ. You know, people probably trying to download this all at the same time. I don't see it. How about just NBA on my 2K NBA, my NBA 2K, right? My NBA 2K. I can't. I don't think this is it. No, that's not it. I don't think it's out yet. At least not for Android. Let me see if it's on iPhone. Because it says 8 o'clock. It should be out right now. I don't know why I don't see it. If y'all do see it, let me know though, for real. 2K26, 2K27 companion app. Yeah, I don't see this shit nowhere yet. It might be out somewhere. And then one more time, my NBA 2K app. My NBA 2K. Yeah, it's not out yet. So what the fuck? It just said 8 o'clock. That's good though. We'll find out. We'll find out about it later. We're gonna see it sooner or later. It'll pop up sooner or later. We'll be fine. As soon as I get it, I hope I can get it on PC. Can I get it on PC? How many builds can? Oh wait. Create the 15. Once you create your build, you don't have to click anything within the app to upload it to your console. Because on the console side where you import. Wait a minute. So if I make the build on my phone, I just go to the app I just go to the game when it's downloaded. I go to the game and I can just import it and it's gonna put it straight in there. I don't gotta like take screenshots and copy it. That's fire. Let's be excessive Friday. Brand new app, NBA. Delisted from App Stores Tuesday. It's been delisted. How about this? Can I just search up 2K? If I just search up 2K on my stuff, what is that going to say? Oh my gosh, my second monitor is here. It's almost here. Oh, my second monitor. So when my second monitor comes up, I'll be able to see the chat and everything like that, and also have like other screens and shit I could just bring up, so I can be like, oh my gosh, I could do a whole bunch of other stuff. Oh man, it's gonna be nice. I've already set up parent guardian controls. OS comp. I don't really give a damn about none of that. For iOS, I can't get it on PC. That's crazy. Damn. Well, all right. Back to the videos.
Dribbling, what game comparison, the misdirection. First thing I would answer is this game's dribbling seemed like if you combine 2K24 mechanics with 2K22 movement and game speed. On top of that,
I don't know how I feel about it. He said 2K24 mechanics with 2K22 dribble speed. Does that sound right? 2K24 mechanics with 2K22 dribble speed. I ain't gonna lie, that's a little iffy. I don't know.
Mechanics with 2K22 movement and game speed. On top of that, as y'all saw in the gameplay reveal, you can fully customize your SIG. So
here's another thing. Every video, I think I might come out 11. Yeah, I think so too. I probably got like 30 minutes. I ain't gonna cap, but I can't get it on PC, so that's gonna suck. I was really hoping I could, so that way I could I could do that on here. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, by the way, if you didn't notice, man, when you make a build on the app and you have the game downloaded, you can just import it from the game. You know what I'm saying, through the app to your game. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was gonna be like I have to I can make my build, then I gotta go and take a screenshot and do all that. No, I can just put the build straight on my PlayStation. That's fire. I ain't gonna cap. I never thought about no shit like that. That's fire though. What was I finna say about this? Oh, everybody been talking about the dribbling. Everyone's talking about the dribbling. They're all talking about the same 3 SIGs already. The game's not even out yet, and I'm telling you this right now. The number one thing for small guards, at least for small guards, I haven't heard nothing about no big guards yet. Small guards, Curry Escape. Curry Escape is already finna be crazy. That's number 1. Number 2 is gonna be Tyrese Maxey. Duh. And number 3 is John Morant. I'm not gonna cap. And then there's a couple other ones. I heard like the Kyrie spin move, spin jumper is still gonna be prevalent, but it's like
L2 cancel and quick stop remind me exactly like 24, shit. But the actual speed boost animation reminds me of 26. Doing combos in general are way faster and are definitely not casual friendly. Learning combos and keeping pace with your moves is going to take a long time to learn. The skill gap, especially on small guard dribbling, is going to be insane. I didn't get to test tall guard dribbling, so I do apologize about that, and I will lab tall guards when the game releases. This will be by far the most dribble diverse 2K ever, just because of the expanded dribble customization. If you want to see what SIGs
it should be It should be the most diverse, but everybody wants to be Glock 19. So
I think are the best or what I think will be meta. Make sure to tune in tomorrow, August 21st, for that video.
it is August 21st.
The misdirection in this game is very difficult to do and seems very slow to me. I definitely think the misdirection in 2K26 is way better. The misdirection in this game seems very clunky and not useful at all. Before I end this video, I want to go through some of the 2K26 animations that...
Okay, nah, I'm not finna watch that part. But how do I say this? I don't think that the misdirection should the misdirection change with certain SIGs is changed? Like, would that make sense? Like, would you say, like, if you have like a different, I don't know, escape or something like that, or like a different maybe not size escape, or maybe like a different cross escape. I don't know all the moves that you can have different. If you could do that, don't y'all think it would be better if, you know, you did? If like that would be able to change it? I feel like that should be tough. What is this? 13 minutes ago? Let's see what he talking about.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app.
Best dribble moves and animations day one. Cause the game ain't even out yet.
Without knowing how to code. This
ain't watching the ad.
Nah, bro. Chopper is moving crazy.
Chopper was labbing all day at community
What
day.
the fuck?
Yo, Chopper
Nigga! No, bro. Come on. Off rip. Oh, I am streaming. You cool being on stream real quick? Yeah, don't worry. I need you to see this. Kai. This right? This is day one. Not even day one. What does the title of this shit say? Best dribble moves and animations. The game don't come out for another 5 days. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Look at this shit.
Nah, bro. Chopper is moving crazy.
Chopper was labbing all day at community day.
Yo, Chopper has been moving crazy, and the game hasn't even dropped
Chopper,
yet.
you are so tough, bro.
Chopper is moving.
Chopper is flying.
I'm pretty sure when Choppa posts, he's gonna be moving
Bro, the
crazy.
stuff that Choppa was doing at Community Day is absolutely insane. He's about to bring it, bro.
Really might be him. I'm not gonna lie.
The Godfather is back.
Yo, imagine if Chopper
this is
found the
before the
speed
game even
glitch
come.
again.
Man, this is day one. It's not even day one, Kai. The app not even out yet. That's not. That's not a problem.
That's just crazy.
That's not a fucking problem. This nigga.
That is crazy.
Imagine you getting your ankles broken by it, bro. Nah, that's a problem. That's a problem, King. Where's my package at? I need my monitor. I need my monitor as soon as possible. Ooh, supposed to be arriving in the next 2 hours. All right, let's go back into it. Sorry, it was just like it's been fucking like it's been a day. They was at community day for a day. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand. Jeez. Lightning launch 97 speed. He's a 97 speed with ball. Legend handles for days and then pace. Oh, and he has legend pace. It says it up in the top right corner. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. But this is a 97 speed with ball on a small guard. I mean, never mind. That doesn't sound too crazy now that I'm looking at it with all of that shit. Now that I'm seeing that. But still, within a day, 1 day at community day is doing this shit. He can't even test everything. So
I'm not gonna lie.
that shit.
The Godfather is back.
Yo,
That shit fast
imagine
as a
if
bitch.
Chopper found the speed glitch again, back-to-back years.
Was I glazing a little bit? I think I was. I don't think this is as good as I was thinking. But still, nonetheless, this shit is a little... This shit's a little, you know what I'm saying? Dribbling like this.
What is good, y'all, man? My name is Chopper, but I go by Chopper, you feel me? And we are back
A perimeter
in
shot
the
hunter.
My Court. Yes, we are in NBA 2K27 My Court.
This is...
And as by the intro, y'all can see I am already moving on this game. I'm already moving. Imagine what I'm gonna be moving like in a month, 2 months, a week. Just imagine what we are going to be doing as a community. And not gonna lie, if you haven't already,
this nigga was dribbling like that on a perimeter shot hunter. Man, does that sound like a dribbling build? I mean, I guess, but like that's just.
please hit that like and subscribe button before we get started. And by the title of the video, I'm going to be showing y'all the best SIGs I found at Community Day, and I'm going to be showing y'all why I think they are the best SIG.
This shit is exactly like 20-6. I do like the hardwood floor and I guess the fucking color of the shit, but it's exactly the same.
And another thing, just in case you haven't noticed by the clips, you can turn off stamina in my court, and you can also get on the court with takeover already equipped.
You can get on the court, takeover equipped. That's cool, I guess, but you know. You feel me? It's just like, I feel like that shit should have been in 26. I ain't gonna cap. I don't think it, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I feel like 27 is about to be the beginning of 26, dribbling wise, right? Because I'm not gonna cap. I do believe 2K26 in the very beginning of the year was one of the best, more fun dribbling styles. You know what I'm saying? Dribbling wise, 2Ks, I think it was one of the best. Now, that being said, when they said they started doing all the updates and shit and they changed it, all that shit, it became poo-poo. Shit, poo-poo. But I think this shit is just going to be like a better version of 26. I think this is just going to be what 26 should have been if they didn't make 2K every single year. That's what I think that they're doing this year. I think they're like, okay, 26 was not bad. Since they don't really care for this, that, and the third, all we're going to do is make the fucking city darker. Put the same shit in here, make it look the exact same, make it look a little different, you know what I'm saying? Just make it look a little different. And then now, hopefully, they're focusing on the gameplay. But from what I seen in that other fucking video, that nigga was doing that curry behind the back, did not get ripped when, you know, he's in there dribbling in between people, dribbling through legs and shit. So, you know, I don't fucking know, but...
So you can practice with takeover, without takeover. You can practice with stamina, no stamina. For most of the time I was labbing at Community Day, I definitely labbed with no stamina, just because I realized with stamina, I was getting drained really quick. So if y'all were predicting that stamina was going to be bad, I would assume so, but we can't make that decision just yet until we get Gatorade. Now, I'd also want to say that I feel like if you're labbing this game and you're going to lab it a lot to dribble, I feel like you do need to learn with stamina off, just because it takes a long time to get your stamina back, get the ball back, things like that. If you have stamina off, it makes it way easier to learn the game. Now, with that being said, this game is hard to learn. I know it looks like you can just spam dribble.
You should someone on TikTok say it comes out at 12.
On this game, but I promise you're going to learn how to keep your pace, and you're gonna have to know what moves go with what. If you are a real dribble head, you know there are connectors, there are speed boost moves, and there are things that are going to keep your dribble flowing. In this game, it is hard to find connectors, so it's hard to find like this move connects with this one, this move connects with that one. It is very hard to learn. That is why I was dribbling for so long at Community Day. And for the
okay, he said it's hard to find connectors. I don't know how to feel about this, because usually it's not hard for me to find certain moves to connect with each other. But if this nigga was dribbling the way he was, and he was like, it's hard. Well, then again, they don't have access to all the animations and shit. At least I don't think they do. I'm pretty sure they have like a cutoff of shit, right? I think so.
Record, I don't want to set it straight. Those clips you guys saw in the intro, those were in the first hour or two of me playing the game. So by the end of the day, I already knew how to quick stop, I already knew how to peek, I already knew how to do hop steps out of moves. I found out with Curry Escape, which is the one that y'all see me spamming, you could do hop steps out of it immediately. I learned the nut.
You could do hop steps out of the Curry Escape? Hold up, what?
Which is the one that y'all see me spamming. You could do hop steps out of it immediately. I learned the nutmeg behind the back. I learned a whole bunch of things that at Community Day. But let's go ahead and get into the SIGs I use and the SIGs I'm going to be using for day one. Now, the first SIG I want to go over is my dribble style. I'm going to be using Ja Morant because I think it is still the best dribble style in the game. I have a couple other saves, but Ja Morant is the best and only requires a 85 speed with ball. Also, if you pay very close attention for my dribblers, you can see what I see with this animation that's on the screen right now. I don't want it patched or taken out. So as a community, let's not give it attention and ignore it for now. Also, for what y'all saw in the intro, I was just trolling. It is not a speed glitch or an exploit. It's just a very good speed boost. The next SIG is my crossover. I didn't try that many crossovers at Community Day because I felt like Jordan Poole was still Jordan Poole. Now, I know a lot of stage guard.
So pretty much what I'm hearing is the same shit is the same shit. It's not too much different. The super overpowered moves might not be as useful, but the same shit is the same shit.
And prime guards last year used Jordan Poole because there was like no collision. Like you couldn't really drop the ball. I don't know if it's the same this year, but I would assume so because Jordan Poole is still Jordan Poole. So I think it's a very good crossover. The next SIG that I like is the between the legs cross.
Hold up. Did he just shift to Curry?
So I think it's a very good.
Yeah, he did. It's still a 92.
The next SIG that I like is the between the legs cross. It's basically your tween coming up the court. They separated it from the crossover package that they usually put it in. I think D'Lo literally had the best crossover coming up the court, and it only requires a 75 ball handle under 6'10". So I think D'Lo is the best. The next SIG we have is the signature size up, and if you paid attention or watched my last video, you would know signature size ups are back and are useful again. The best ones and fastest ones I found were Pro and Donovan Mitchell. Pro requires only.
People have been sleeping on Donovan Mitchell. I've been telling niggas about Donovan Mitchell for the past 2 years because he does the one-handed shit. That's what I use in my D-Rose build. That's what I use in my other little guard builds that are fast as shit. My flight reacts build, all that shit. The fact that he's sitting here saying this now means I was just ahead of the curve. That's it. Because these are literally, from what he's saying, these shits are literally the damn near identical. These shits are damn near the same, just a little bit different. It's pretty much, everything is pretty much the same. The crossovers still feel like the same crossovers. The styles, the good shit from last year is still the good shit this year. That's what he's saying. And the fact that he's bringing Donovan Mitchell up, I don't want to hear no one say shit ever about me not knowing shit about dribbling. This nigga just sat here and put niggas on this shit. He just sat there and sold me. When he finna do that one-handed, that shit fast as shit. I love it.
A 70 ball handle. It looks like there's no height cap, so therefore I think everyone will be able to use Pro. So definitely equip Pro for the first.
Do y'all think 7-footers are going to be able to dribble better this year? Because from what I've seen, I haven't seen too many people try to dribble on those 7-footer and nothing, no bigs yet. But I heard like the requirements and shit are a lot more lenient, a lot more this year. So
day. The next SIG I definitely would equip first day is Jordan Poole breakdown combo. It seems like the only breakdown combo where you just flick your right stick up while holding R2 that you are liable to get a crab. I think Jordan Poole is going to be the best one everyone uses. When the game comes out, obviously I'm going to try all of them, but this one only requires an 86 ball handle and your height has to be under 6'10" to get this. The next SIG I would tell y'all to equip would be breakdown moving combo Trae Young. Now, Trae Young breakdown moving combo, I do not know how to activate it super consistent yet. When the game comes out, I will.
You either spend hours modeling them in Blender. I generated them using Trippo. You can generate a 3D.
But this move, I promise y'all, works exactly like D-Book aggressive. I don't know what it is, but I was shooting off this move almost every single time, and it literally goes through the defender. So when the game comes out, I will lab it for y'all and let y'all know. The next move I want y'all to put on, y'all need to put this on. This is by far the best move in the game.
See, they already saying this. Like, everybody's saying this off rip. This game is finna be 26 all over again. Literally. Everybody and mama sitting here saying the same shit. Same crossover escape. You gotta put on Curry. If you're a small girl, you have to put on Curry. There's no other option. If everybody's saying the shit, if one more person say the shit, I already know. This is meta. It's already meta, I believe. Stephen Curry is already meta. Ja Morant dribble style is already meta. This shit is already meta, dude. I'm not gonna cap. The game not even out. We still 5 days away.
Steph Curry crossover escape, which is basically your escape from last year. Hold R2. Flick opposite ball hand requires a 92 ball handle. This is by far the fastest move in the game. I really hope they don't patch it or slow it down for release, but this move is the best move in the game. The next move will be the hesitation escape. This is basically your normal hezi. Like,
I think what 2K needs to do is this, right? I don't think that they need to slow down and change any moves that seem overpowered. I know that sounds crazy, but what I think that they should do is this. I think that they should make other moves better. Make certain other moves faster. Make other moves like this, and like, you know what I'm saying? Make it better so that way there's more options for people to choose from. Because if everybody and their mama is sitting here saying this is the best thing to use, everybody is going to be using that said thing. And so, like, yeah, I feel like it would be better if they just sat there and just, you know,
standstill hezi from last year. I have Kobe White equipped, but honestly, I don't think this is the best hezi in the game. I just need to go through all of them when the game releases. So the next move I think y'all should equip would be Kyrie Irving between the legs escape. This only requires a 90 ball handle under 6'5". As y'all know,
time out. Curry's animations are kept at a 92. Trae Young's animations are at 92. Kyrie's is only at a 90. They done made it easy for everybody to get Kyrie animations. I'm pretty sure it used to be for Kyrie it was a 92, like everybody else, 92 or 93 for everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that they brought his down, and if it's just his between the legs escapes that are 90, that means everything that he has is a 90. So his crossover, which no one's really gonna use, but like his like signature size up, his escapes, his all that shit is all gonna be a 90. That's a little strange to me.
they separated the escapes this year, so you have a different between the legs escape rather than your crossover escape. So I think Kyrie is going to be very useful. This one actually creates a lot of space. The next sig to equip is the Curry slide, aka the Steph Curry behind the back escape. You do need a 92 ball handle this year under 6'5". It still creates a lot of space. It's slowed down just a little bit.
Hold up, time out.
You're under 6'5". It still creates a lot of space.
Oh, Anthony Edwards. Okay, height anything under than 6'10", and the 76 ball handling gives you Anthony Edwards behind the back. So Anthony Edwards animations are all at a 76 ball handle. This ain't crazy to nobody, bro.
Space. It's slowed down just a little bit, and for some reason it's very hard to trigger. In 2K26, I could probably trigger 10 speed glitches before 10 behind the backs in this game. They made the angle like super hard to hit. It's more like 6:30 to 5:30 o'clock rather than you could just flick diagonal and just get it every time. So hopefully they patch that or fix it.
Nah, they're making it more strict. I fuck with that, but people are gonna complain to the ground until it's easy as hell. I really hope they don't fold with that shit. I like it when the dribbling is more strict, so that way people fuck up more, number one. And number two, it's just like people are, you know what I'm saying? People got to get better at the dribbling stuff. I'm not the greatest dribbler by a long stretch, but you know what I can do? I can learn pretty quickly certain shit. I don't know what I was finna say. I'm not gonna cap. I kind of forgot like mid-sentence. So
release. But yeah, that's the Curry slide for you. The next move would be the misdirection hesitation. It is basically like a misdirection, but you just keep the ball in your hand, in the same hand that you go with. If I'm being honest, all the misdirections in this game are slow. I haven't found any that are very explosive. They kind of like
they have it to where you can just buy different misdirections. That's actually fire. He said every single one of them is slow. Well, I mean, it's a connector, right? It's not really. Let me see what I can all. I need someone to do dunk styles. I ain't gonna lie. No one has done dunk styles yet. That would have been the first thing I would have shown.
In this game are slow. I haven't found any that are very explosive. They kind of like are kind of clunky in this game. I think 2K26 misdirections are better. But yeah, like I said, hopefully they improve that in release and watch this video. The next move would be your combo move. Personally, I like LeBron James. I think it's a very unique combo move. I think it also like goes together, like with all the moves you do, spamming up the court or just flowing with your moves. They did change it a little bit to keep your combo move going, like to play out the whole animation. You have to keep your left stick held the entire time of the animation. If you let go of your left stick too early, it cancels the animation, which I think is better because that means you could just cancel the animation mid combo move. The next move is the hesitation crossover combo. This is basically your double flick for your escape from last year. As you can see, I have Shea on. This only requires a 91 ball handle under 6'10". This move.
I don't think I feel so bad about this, but Shea is at a 91. Kyrie's at a 90. These animation requirements are kind of crazy. Shea is a better ball handler than Kyrie Irving as of right now, according to 2K. Not by much at all, but still. I was like,
is very OP. This gets you to the midi, gets you to the paint. In order to trigger it, you're gonna flick ball hand, opposite ball hand as fast as you can. So it's gonna be 2 flicks to trigger this move. The next move I'm gonna equip day 1 will be Damian Lillard crossover combo. To activate this is just opposite ball hand, then ball hand back to back. So it's 2 flicks. This is a 90 ball handle requirement under 6'5". When the game drops, I'm definitely going to lab more of those because I saw a lot of good ones in that category specifically. The next move I'm going to show y'all, which in my opinion is the second best move in the game, which is Scottie Pippen behind the back. And it is the fastest behind the back in the game. Last year, if you try to equip this move, you had a bad standing behind the back, but this behind the back was good. But since 2K separated the packages, you can now equip this alone. So yeah, Scottie Pippen behind the back is definitely going to be meta. The next move in the game that I'm going to show y'all is behind the back launch Trae Young. And if you play 2K20, this is that explosive behind the back from 2K20.
That's crazy. So, how do I say this? It is literally like a mix of like all 2Ks, technically speaking, dribbling wise that I'm seeing. But it's pretty much like all the OP shit from last year, all the good shit, decent shit from last year that they tested. Those, for the most part, are still viable and good this year. Like John Morant for the small guards, the dribble style, the fucking Curry behind the back he was talking about. No, the Curry escape is OP as shit apparently. And then Shea Gilgeous escape. So like it's like same shit. Pretty much. Scottie Pippen behind the back, explosive behind the back, mixed with Trae Young's behind the back launch. It's crazy. And these requirements, some of these requirements is kind of outlandish. I ain't gonna lie to you. You only need a 75, 76 for whatever. And then most of these are now from like 6'5" and under or whatever to anything below 6'10". I could be 6'9" with these dribble moves now. I could be 6'10" with these dribble moves. It's kind of
this was in the game last year, but not many people equipped it because, like I said, the standing behind the back was bad. This only requires a 92 ball handle and under 6'5". The next thing I'm gonna show y'all is the Steve Nash spin. This move has the 2K21 spin back in it. I'm pretty sure there's a faster one in the game, but this spin also has the 2K18 spin in it. This one only requires a 92 ball handle as well under 6'5". So if you haven't caught on, I think 92 ball handle is a sweet spot to
92 gives you all the animations you need, just like last year. Not gonna lie. It's just not all of them, but most of them. And it's just a little weird. It's just a little weird. Why am I not live on TikTok? I couldn't do it yet on TikTok. I can't do it yet on TikTok. I gotta wait, and I don't want to sit here and I gotta wait for my approval on TikTok to get sent to me, and then once I get my approvals, then I can stream on TikTok and YouTube same time. That's why I'm on YouTube Shorts and TikTok same time right now. YouTube right now, regular. But nah, I ain't gonna lie, gang. This 80 ball handling for this, that's not crazy. But like, He said the what 2K21 spin back?
18 spin in it. Pretty sure there's a faster one in the game, but this move has the 2K21 spin back in it. I'm pretty sure there's a faster one in the game, but this spin also has the 2K18 spin in it. This one only requires a 92 ball handle as well, under 6'5". So if you haven't caught on, I think 92 ball handle is a sweet spot to get most of the moves I've shown this far. The next sig is cross spin. It's basically a crossover into a spin. I didn't mess with the cross spins at all, so when release comes, I definitely will lab that. The next move will be your in and out. This move does affect your momentum, and Russell Westbrook was the best in and out.
Finally, everybody needs to know that Russell's in and out is amazing. No diddy.
Found that makes your momentum fast. The next sig I'm going to show y'all is your up the court hesitation. It's just called hesitation. I'm using Stephen Curry, which thus requires a 92 ball handle once again, which is the sweet spot. And this seems like the fastest up the court hesitation in the game. The next sig would be your lateral hesitation. It will be Darius Garland for day one. I think Darius Garland or Anthony Edwards, I'm not sure. One of them gives you another quick stop option. So you just flick ball hand while running left or right. It only requires an 84 ball handle under 6'5". Now for the one sig I am scared about and worried about for this game is your step back. So your step back would be running up the court while running, flicking right stick down. If you remember last year, we used D-Book while running up the court and he does like a quick behind the back snatch. In this game, all the step backs I labbed were bad. All of them were slow. All of them were useless. You could not shoot off them, couldn't speed boost off them. So like running up the court and doing a snatch in NBA 2K27, I don't think is viable at all. The next sig will...
He said running up the court doing a snatch back and shooting is not going to be viable. And it looks like he only tested out 4 of them, 5 of them. I guarantee you he didn't try it. Nobody ever tries Chris Paul. Gotta say it. Chris Paul, his is nice to shoot off of. Even though I'm not a shooter like that, I will shoot off of Chris Paul's. But his setup is a little slow. It is a little slow depending on how your build is made. But nigga, I'm pretty sure he didn't even fucking try VC. He didn't try Vince Carter, nigga. The fuck are we talking about? I didn't see none of that. Now then again, I don't know if these are the ones he tested, but like it would be kind of weird if it wasn't because he's showing us which ones he like on here. It is what it is.
Be probably your next most important sig, which will be your crossover step back. I use Kyrie Irving. It's the one from 2K25. If you play that game, you need a 90 ball handle under 6'5". And if you paid attention, whenever you do a Curry escape in this game, it kind of scoots you up if you spam it. So this step back kind of like resets you and brings you back to the 3-point line.
After this dribbling, we already watched 2 videos on the dribbling. After the dribbling, we're going into hopefully shooting or dunking next, or defense. I kind of want to see the defense. I'm not going to cap.
Use like Vince Carter or like a different step back. I kind of like stayed under the 3-point line. So that's why I like Kyrie Irving. And also it has a very good speed boost when you run out of the step back and you don't need a hesi at all like 2K26. You literally just run out the step back. The next sig will be your lateral step back. That's when you're running left or right and you flick right stick down. They have Jimmy Butler in this game, which is basically like that old step back from 2K20 or 21. You need like a low ball handle for this and under 6'10", so I think everyone will be able to get it. And you can also shoot off this step back. I'm going to lab more when the game releases, but for now I'm going to use Jimmy Butler. The next like 4 or 5 sigs were all like triple threat breakdowns, so I didn't try any of them.
Triple threat style, yeah. Triple threat breakdown. Triple threat jab steps. Triple threat step over. Oh my god. Oh my god, you don't understand. This, you don't know how much this means to me. So, if you don't notice, the triple step, easily one of the most overpowered moves that no one does. I don't know why. They don't do this. They don't do it. I like to sit here and like, I do a jab, low swing that bitch. All right, jab, low swing that bitch. And then I could do an escape out of anywhere, or I do a spin. I don't see no spins though. There's no triple threat spin, like spin outs. Well, then again, I guess it would be tied to your regular spin, right? But No, genuinely, like if you just dab step and then like move your, let's say your pivot foot is your left foot, right? You move your right foot over your left, over to the left, right? And then I just spin to the right, and most people are going to see that. Usually, some people are going to see that, but you know, if they don't see that, then that's an easy fucking blow by. If they do see that, I do that, step back, or I do that depending on my crossover, not crossover, but escape crossover or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? My escape between the leg escape, something like that. So I'm like, spin. Oh, you seen that? Bam. Now I'm over here. Guess what? They suck on defense. They gonna try to chase me. They're trying to get in front. Bam, another one, and I'm gone. Off to the races. Simple as that. Effective, quick, easy. Zoom.
Those or lab any of them. I honestly didn't even care because there were so many sigs to begin with that I had to lab. And if you're wondering what my go-to shot, fade, hop step, and spin jumper are, they are right here. I don't know why it says Devin Booker dribble pull up. I was using Pro 2. I must have changed it after that screenshot. But yeah, Pro 2 is still the best dribble pull up in the game. I think it requires like a 92 MIDI now to get it. It's a very high rating because obviously 2K knows it was very OP last year and the year before that. So yeah, they increased the rating on that. And if you came to the end of the video to get my screenshots on my SIGs, those will be in my Twitch chat when the game drops.
Okay, so we're gonna subscribe to this guy just because, like, you know, I think this is fire, and he's doing this stuff. Y'all go subscribe to this boy right here, Chapo. All right, who's next? Who should we watch instead of dribbling? Dunking styles. Laker fan. Ooh, we know who Laker fan is, but that's an hour though. Excuse me. Wait, when did he make that video? A day ago? Let's see. Better complete must watch. Joe knows. 1 hour ago? I'm not gonna count. We gotta watch this.
We do this like men. Fine. Like men.
I have a delivery here. Hey.
The NBA.
Okay, so you already know. Joe knows. NBA 2K27 My Builder complete breakdown. Must watch. Let's see.
2K27 My Player Builder breakdown. Not gonna waste any time. All I ask is that you take a second and drop a like on the video. Let's get straight into it.
Yeah. You know, we'll give it to you. Even though, you know, you sold out this year. We'll give it to you, man. You need your bunions. The bunion. I get it.
You can pick male or female now. If you do pick female, you can only play in the city. If you want to play My Career or Eras, you have to pick a.
So, featured in My Career, NBA Era Career of the City. You can't play My Career with a female. Which I understand to a certain point. I feel like next year they're going to have it to where, like, you know, the WNBA will also have a My Career. So, I guess, you know, they probably, like, scale back for it right now. But that's actually kind of crazy. Does that mean that the only way you can get VC is through the city? That's kind of crazy. If you make I would not make a female character the first build if you play My Career, or if you plan on playing like My Career at all. You're gonna have to sit there and grind out fucking Park and Theater and Rick. That's actually crazy. It's still not out? What do you mean it's still not out? Oh, you said the app? Let me check. Let me check if the app is out, actually, while we're sitting here waiting. Let me see, on Android, is it out? What the shit was going on? Just 2K. Let's search up just 2K. 2K HQ. I don't see nothing about it. 2K27. Nah, nothing. I still don't see it. They don't piss you off? Yeah, they piss me off too. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna sit here waiting. I'm like, man, it's supposed to come out at like 10. It's supposed to come out at 11. It's supposed to come out at 8 o'clock. Where the fuck is it 8 o'clock at where that shit's supposed to come out? Featured in.
Now, if you do pick female, you can only play in the city.
Hold up. What is that? What is that? Hold on. Time out. Joe Knows an hour ago just posted this, so this is kind of new. I am about to see what this QR code is up here in this corner. Try again. Wait, what do you mean item not found? That's not a little weird? Hey, it took me straight to the App Store. Hey, it took me straight to the App Store. It's just giving me hot air balloons. It's telling me something is not found. Hold up. Let me go on my iPhone. Okay, so this right here, the shit that we're watching right now, this QR code is for the goddamn app. Because it took me straight to the Apple Store and took me straight to the, the store or whatever on my Samsung, on the Play Store. So whenever it does come out, that's crazy that they gave him the code and I can't fucking use it yet. That's not insane? Check out layouts. Yeah, we're gonna have to check out. Where the fuck is the app? That was an hour ago. Making the builder more complex makes people. Okay, let's see.
If you want to play My Career or Eras, you have to pick a male player. Next, you have the choice to create your own or pick from a template build. We're going to create our own, obviously, because we're trying to break down this builder. Enter your vitals, and let's get straight to it. With pure green windows being smaller in NBA 2K27, it's going to be more important than ever to get the biggest green window.
Oh, good luck with the paper boy. Code Joe. I will be using that because I will be getting 2K Labs about a month in. Excuse me. All right, let's go.
Your 3 tabs up top: your attributes tab, your badges tab, and your body types tab. On the badges tab, not only can you see the badge levels as you adjust your height, weight, wingspan, but you can also see how many badge tokens each badge is going to cost. More on that later. You'll notice that although visually a lot of the attribute stuff looks the same, it is actually different. For example, last year on a 6'8" minimum wingspan, minimum weight player, you could get 95 perimeter. This year, it's only 87. You'll notice that adjusting your wingspan and your weight has a much more drastic effect on not only perimeter, but also on your driving dunk. The lower the wingspan, the harsher the penalty on your
I mean, that's always been the case. Usually people with lower wingspans, their driving dunk goes down by like 10 or whatever. So they ain't nothing new to me, but the weight affecting my driving dunk is fucking crazy.
Driving dunk this year, the lower the weight, the harsher the penalty on your perimeter. But you'll notice
And then the lower the weight, the lower the perimeter. So them fast ass point guard, man, them fast ass builds, man, with all that defense, that shit dead. That shit crazy.
Something. As I keep scrolling through the heights here, I'm just seeing, like, at any point, at any height, does it start to change how the weight and the wingspan affect those attributes? And as I go up the heights here, you'll notice once I get to 6'10" and up, lowering the weight actually raises your perimeter. So it's like the cutoff for big men, I guess. Like, a lighter big man is going to have better perimeter defense than a heavier big man. But on 6'9", 6'8", 6'7", 6'5", 4', 3, the lower, like the more kind of wing guard players, the lower your weight, it lowers your perimeter. So that's something to keep in mind as you're making your builds this year. Last year on a 6'8" player, there really was.
Hold on, look how much that just went down by. Like, just literally, like, look how much that just went down by.
Or like the more kind of wing guard players, the lower your weight, it lowers your perimeter. So that's something to keep in mind.
He had 198, right? Look at his perimeter defense, 198.
As you're making your builds this year,
from 198 to 186, it went from a 99 to a 90. Oh, wait, hold on. It went from a 97 to a 94.
Last year on a 6'8",
it went down by 9. That's crazy. I ain't gonna cap.
Player, there really was no penalty for going low weight, low wingspan. Low weight, low wingspan would have a 95 perimeter, and then if you upgraded it to max wingspan, you'd only have a 96 perimeter. This year, it's a lot more harsher penalty on those wings and guards. If you're
Nigga, I ain't gonna lie, that's actually fucking wild. Let me see what he just did right there.
Only have a 96 perimeter. This year, it's a lot more harsher penalty on those wings and guards if you're going minimum weight and minimum wingspan. So definitely something to consider when making your build. But here's the example that I was talking about. Right now I'm getting into the power forwards, and you know, I'm looking at, you know, the 6'9" power forward, and I notice, okay, like the attributes are still reacting the same to when I lower the weight, lower the wingspan. But once I get to 6'10" and I lower that weight, I'm like, perimeter is now going up. So just a threshold that I noticed in terms of a height cutoff, in terms of how weight affects.
It go up, but it don't go up by that much. Did he just go all the way down? No, then again, he didn't change his wingspan, so I think that also matters too. But what else went up? There's something else that went
up. So just a threshold that I noticed, and like still reacting the same to when I lower the weight, lower the wingspan. But once I get to 6'10" and I lower that weight, I'm like, perimeter is now going
actually crazy.
Up. So just a threshold that I noticed in terms of a height cutoff, in terms of how weight affects your attributes. So when you're looking at your attributes, although visually it may look the same, make sure you're paying attention to how things react, because there are differences between the 26 builder and the 27 builder in attributes. Once you finalize your physicals and advance to the next screen, now you're going to put your attributes on. On the right side of the screen, if you click triangle or Y, you can go from relevant badges to all badges. And this might have some value this year because a lot of badges have been split, like the offensive.
I'm confused. What?
And put your attributes on the right side of the screen. Once you finalize, there are differences between the 26 builder and the 27 builder in attributes. Once you finalize your physicals and advance to the next screen, now you're going to put your attributes on the right side of the screen. If you click triangle or Y, you can go from relevant badges to all badges. And this might have some value this year because a lot of badges have been split. Like the offensive rebound and defensive rebound badge has been split. The midi shooting badges and the three-point shooting badges have been split. So remembering which badges are tied to which attributes, you can use the relevant badges tab to, you know, make sure you understand what's going on, or you could keep it on all badges and just see what goes up as you put up each attribute. Another thing a lot of people kept asking was what determines your badge tokens. Where you put your attributes determines how many badge tokens you're going to get in each category. You know, if you max out your shooting, you're going to get the maximum amount of shooting badge tokens. Same with other categories, right? So not only pay attention to badge thresholds and what attributes you want to get, but also pay attention to, you know, maybe sometimes one more tick up on an attribute might get you an extra badge token. Just something to keep in mind as you're making your build. Now, when you click in the left stick, you're going to get a lot of tabs to pop up that are going to help you. The first one is the badges tab. It shows you every badge in the game and the attribute requirement for each level, the height threshold, everything you could want. You can scroll from each category: finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense, rebounding, physicals. Now pay close attention to badge thresholds because a lot of the rating requirements for certain badge levels has changed. You will notice if you pay attention compared to last year's builder. You'll also notice that Hoff badges you will notice if you pay attention compared to last year's
nigga 50, 70, 86, 95
builder. You'll also
68, 75, 86, 91. That's
notice that Hoff.
Hold up. Okay, hold up, y'all. Hold up. Sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right, let's get it. What's crazy is this, right? What's crazy is this, y'all. It is nothing. I'm not gonna cap. I'm kind of lost. I fucked up. 60, 70, 80, 94. All right, so let's see what these badges are. Ghost Stepper increases the effectiveness on step through layups or other close range shots that come after.
To help you, the first one is the badges tab. It shows you
I might, with my wrist build, I'm gonna have to put up post control.
Every badge in the game and the attribute requirement.
Attempting to do post spins or drives result in more effective moves and less of a chance to be stripped. Literally post spin technician, if y'all remember that badge. But I need this for my wrist build. I need this.
For each level, the height threshold, everything you could want, you can.
Arc cadence improves a player's ability to knock down 3-point shots while on the move, including pull-up, hop shots, or spin shots. That's shifty. Not shifty. Yeah, shifty. That's shifty shooter just for the 3. So I'm guessing there's also one for the mid range. So they separating them. That's not too bad.
Scroll from each category.
I know some people gonna be mad at it. I'm not mad at that they're splitting those two up because that's actually kind of crazy.
Finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense, rebounding.
Quick trigger improves players to make a no dip jump shot. Okay, so you can do no dip without this badge. From what this is saying, improves a player's ability to make no dip shots. You don't need this to do a no dip shot, but if you have this, it'll make it better. So 88, it's literally 88 or 90 fucking 5. So I think everyone should be at least shooting for 88. So I think at 90, I think most shooters gonna go for a 90 any fucking way. So for the most part, that'll be fine. I need to know this 84 and 84. That's all I need for gold. Perfect. 84 is my sweet spot for my post control, my rust build. That's
physicals. Now
applies a shooting boost to 3-point attempts when the user's feet are completely set and fire. So, oh wait, hold
pay
on.
close attention.
Improves the player ability to knock down mid-range shots while on the move, including pull. Okay, so that's shifty. You already know that. This one is set shot, but just for the 3. So then there's gonna be one for the mid-range. Perfect. I'm fine with it. 89 3-ball. 89 3-ball might be the way to move. Not gonna lie, because all of these, 88 3-ball, 89. I think, yeah, 89 3-ball.
Attention to badge thresholds.
For the 89 3-ball, let's see about the mid range. Static mid, that's a set shot from mid range, right? Yep. 85.
Because a lot of the rating
Let's see if this is break starter. I don't think
requirements for certain badge levels has changed. You will notice if you pay attention compared to last year's builder. You'll also notice that half
pace raises the speed of the ball handler when sprinting. 88 speed with ball. My rust build, 88 speed with ball might be needed.
Badges are the highest level you can
So wait. Unpluckable. You can only get to gold unpluckable with post control, but after that, you can only get Hall of Fame with ball handle. That's kind of oh my gosh. Strong handles they upgraded the shit out of strong handles now. 73 ball handling, but at 89 strength. At one point, this was like a 75 ball handling with a 73 strength. That's actually kind of crazy that they upgraded that like that. Then again, I understand it. That shit was OP. Versatile visionary. I'm kind of upset, but like, not too much, but like, just a little bit.
Lock through attributes.
Here we go. Lowers the likelihood of getting their ankles broken by opposing dribble moves. I remember that they had this. What 2K they have this in? Because they brought this back. Gonna check around. Oh, they brought this back. I'm not gonna cap. Perimeter defense. 93 for perimeter defense might be it, because this is at a 92. You already know, 93, and 89 agility though. Damn. 93 perimeter, 89 agility. 95 perimeter, 92 agility. Lockdown's finna be locking shit down.
There is a way to push your badge levels all the way to legend, but we're gonna talk about that.
Let me see. 68 block for 60 vert, 92 block, 83 vert. That ain't nothing. 92 block and an 83 vert for this shit Hall of Fame. That ain't bad at all. Immovable enforcer, 91 perimeter, 92 strength. Oh, 84 perimeter, 85 strength. Damn, strength gonna matter this year.
Later when we get to the badge screen.
Interceptor. Oh, they brought this down by 1. Oh, they upped it. Yeah, they took out that 85 shit.
But
Humble man, if you don't care. Here, gotta be 6'5" or taller. Fuck, I wish you would made a taller fucking build so now I could see what this was.
I'm gonna scroll through all of these, and at the end of it,
seatbelt. What is this? Boost body up defense effectiveness, making it easier to clamp opponents and disrupt their drive path. So isn't this what what's that badge, man? And moving enforcer was, right? Or like it's stopping their drive path. I think this was a movable enforcer at one point, like part of a movable enforcer, I guess. I don't know. Wall up, improved shot contest. You have to be 6'5" or taller to get wall up? What? I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy. 75 perimeter defense, 70 agility, 85 perimeter defense, 77 agility. I'm not gonna do that, but like I think 91. So yeah, I think a 93 perimeter is straight.
There is also all the takeover.
Sorry, I'm sitting here waiting for my package. The moment it says delivered, I'm running downstairs. The Book of Swante. I gotta look at his video after this. But box out boss increases the success rate of box out as a boxer. Okay, so now they made it to where strength actually matters for the rebound. So 88 strength. I think this is where I'll be at for the first build. I don't think I'm gonna go that high. I don't think I can. Why not? Because if his build right now isn't, if this build that he's on right now is not at a 60, I'm not at a 6'5", that means that this theoretically saying you can have a high ass rebound and a high ass strength on the guard. Increases the success rate of breakthrough moments. My fault, sorry, I was rubbing my eyes. Breakthrough opponent box outs. This will be crazy. Oh, and this incentivizes people to put like high rebounding on both. That's actually fire. 82 and 70 strength. So that means my rush build needs to have at least an 80 strength with an 82 offense. So 85 for each. I think that would be good for us. Boost the player's ability to track down or grab rebounds on the defensive end. Yeah, this right here, that'll be fine. I can +1 that shit.
Options and their requirements. So if you want to pause this and look at it, you can.
I have been doing that already. Thank you for noticing. Boost the player's ability to track down or grab rebounds at the defensive end. Gives an additional vertical and rebounding boost when perfectly timing the jump. I'm not gonna lie. They added a lot for rebounding. This might be a lot. This might be crazy. I'm not gonna lie. This might be, yeah, I ain't gonna cap. If I get this though, if I get my rush build with a 90 rebound, nah, that's probably not gonna happen. I think that's a lot, especially on the point guard. But if I can get him with an 85 on both, or at least an 82 on both, that's all I need. 82 on both. That'll be that's where I want to be at. 82 for both. Grab rebounds on the defensive end. I do need an 87 defensive. 80 rebound. Okay, so 82 offensive rebound, 87 defensive is the way to go for anybody that's not a guard. Anybody that's not a big. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? If you're not like a power forward or a center, it's looking just from these badges alone. That's all I'm looking at. Just from these badges alone. An 82 offensive and an 87 defensive if you just want to help get boards. So that way you can get these two badges at least on silver and not just on bronze. I think that is fire.
I'm going to let this run through, and then I'm going to come back when we get to the next tab.
Physical. Okay, so they got break all the physicals now. 6'5", I'm fine with that. Excuse me. Bruiser drains energy from opponents when making physical contact. 84 strength. That's probably where I'll be at. Flash speeds up movement without the ball while in transition on offense or defense. Without the ball. I think I need to hit this. I think I need that 87. I don't need 95, but 87, I need that on the rest for sure. And these two, I'm gonna probably get that just right there. And then this shit, yeah. Workhorse, they brought Workhorse back. Oh my gosh. They brought Workhorse back. I need this on gold immediately. 85 agility, 85 strength. I need that. Give me that on goal. I'm plus 20. I'm plus 2 in this shit. This shit gotta go on Hall of Fame. This shit gotta go on Legend on my wrist build. Oh my gosh. Oh, what the fuck? Default finishing boost to all finishing attributes by plus 30 up to a maximum of 80. So if I have a 55 driving dunk and I use this, it's only gonna go up to 80. That's not bad. Wider timing window on driving and advanced layups with advanced gather animations that help you navigate through traffic and finish at the rim. Navigator, okay.
Hey, Alex, what's up?
Hello, welcome.
That shit on my ear. All right, we're gonna look at all. Actually, we might as well just look at all of them. It's on the screen. Wider timing window on standing layups, making it easier to finish around the rim. Wider timing window on standing dunks, turning catches in the paint and mid post feeds into reliable rim rocking opportunities. Easily beat defenders with post back moves, and fakes. A wider. Okay, so pretty much that's take flight on every drive, forcing contact dunk situations, powering through defenders, and finishing alley-oops with ease. Oh my god! Oh my god, I'm finna be nasty. Oh, they feeding us. They feeding us this year. I need this. I needed that. This right here. This. I used to pray for times like this. I might shed a tear. This. Oh my god. Oh my god, gang. This forcing contact dunk situation. It forces niggas into dunks. That's what it's saying. It's gonna put niggas into animations. Oh, okay. So it's probably gonna come out within the next like hour or two. It's fine. But okay, so I'm guessing that this is the same thing for every single build. Shots artist, wider timing window of off dribble jumpers, wider timing window on catch and shoot shots. Rewarding discipline shots with an easier green. Okay, extends effectiveness. Okay, so limitless range, shot creator, and shit, spot up. Literally, that's all those are. Blur, we already know that. Dishmaster, we know that. Cook, increased chance to trigger defender reactions and devastating ankle breakers. So they brought back ankle taker, whatever. Let's see this. Hawk, higher efficiency in forcing fumbles and getting on ball steals. I ain't gonna lie, my nigga Rod on his lock, he gonna be using this. I already know he gonna be using his. I ain't gonna cap. That nigga right there, lane hacker. For real. That nigga be in them lanes. So yeah, if anybody over here talking shit or whatever, y'all wanna squad v squad and my nigga Rod on the team, just letting y'all know, don't throw the ball his way. Especially not with this. He will have this on. I know this nigga. And if we can have multiple takeovers on, he's putting this on and this, or this in something that makes him faster. On my rust build though, I need hold up. Demolition. Dominate as a screener with boosted screen resolution. Okay, so you know the screen shit. Second chance, instantly see feedback on all shots and increased chance of successful putbacks. I might need that. Overpower opponents on the glass for superior box outs and explosive repower. Oh, I don't know. If we can have 2 takeovers, I think it's only one per, like, you know, one per whatever. But it's in between seeing all the shots when they miss it for me to get a better putback. Cause I'm making my Russ build first. I gotta make it, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Russ. I know he not passed away, but you know he out the league. His career's dead. I'm making my Russ build first. I don't know which one out of these 2 I would use. Cause this one, explosive rebounds and superior box outs, which I do a lot. I box out like fuck, but I need 80 on everything. Yeah, well, I need to get an 82 offensive. We already established this. If you're not a big man, 82 offensive rebound and 87 defensive rebound and at least an 80 strength is the way to go. We already established this when we was looking at the badges. So my rush build has to have at least an 80, 82 offensive, 87 defensive, 80 strength. And if I have those, I'm not gonna lie, I think muscle might be better. Just for the superior to help me out with the box out since I'm 6'4" and I don't get wall up. Wall up doesn't do nothing with that. All the way. See the mist coming, know exactly where the ball will land before anyone else does. Then what is this? Instantly see feedback on all shots and increased chance of successful pullbacks. So what is the difference? Am I bugging? What is the difference here? Like, so this one is just strictly for putbacks and seeing it, like if they missed it. So this will show me if they missed it. This will tell me where the ball is going. So why are they separated? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Now that I'm looking at it, it's in between this one or that one. And if I don't get an 85 offensive, clearly it's that one.
Moving on to the next tab, the animations tab. This is where you're going to see the attribute requirement for every animation in the game, and you're going to want to pay attention because a lot of your favorite moves rating requirements has changed. For example, Kevin Durant go-to shot is now a 94 shot rating.
Whoa. His go-to shot is now at 94. What the fuck?
To unlock it. Even dribble moves. You know, a popular escape last year was the SGA escape. That is now a 91 ball handle requirement. So if you're making your build and you're like, oh, I'm going to go to, you know, an 85 ball handle because that's what I need for these moves, you might want to double check because although, you know, the moves might have the same name and the same animation tied to them, the attribute requirement to unlock them could be different. So definitely utilizing this animation tab while you're creating your build to make sure you get the SIGs that you want is going to be valuable. The next tab is your cap breakers tab, but you can't view your cap breakers unless you upgrade your attributes and are a 99 overall in the builder. So I'm going to show y'all, I'm just going to put up some stuff here. I'm not actually like taking the time to make a good build, so please do not copy this. I'm just putting the attributes up so we could see that the cap breakers show up.
He flattering himself too much, I ain't gonna lie.
I would rather you be able to see the cap breakers as you make your build, similar to how that website was last year that a lot of us used, where you could see like as you put up each attribute.
That's actually fine that we can see this. Okay, that's not bad that we can see that. I'm not mad at it. Hold up. How tall is he? 6'4"?
That website was last year that a lot of us used, where you could see like as you
6'4".
put up each attribute.
I will be using this. The fact that he's 6'4", so my strength goes up to, hold up, 36 strength. 12, 10, was that 22, 24, 24, 30, so 60 strength. What could it max out at? A 60. I'm not gonna lie.
How that website was last year that a lot of us used, where you could see like as you put up each attribute.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Hold on, man. This might have just helped me. 3, 6, 9, what is it? 80, 84 off rip from a 71 to 84 with 5. Post control go up by a fuck ton, of course. Your steal goes up by a lot. And your block. And your interior, of course, your 6'4". Drive and dunk. 13, 10, what is that? 23. 23 plus 8, 31. 31 plus 8, 39. 39 plus 6, 45. So 45, that's a 75. Then again, that is at 30, so he didn't put nothing into it. So point guard, once again, 6'4", drive and dunk, block, steal, interior, pretty much the same shit as always. And then rebounding, 13, 11, 9, and 4. Okay, so this, if you don't know this, the reason why I'm doing this now is because the heights that he's at, it doesn't matter about the wingspan or what he put up or whatever he didn't, right? It doesn't matter about none of that. It's showing me what will go up a lot based off of where he's at right now. So the fact that his block is at 25, right? He didn't upgrade his block at all. And the first thing is it goes up at 15, 13, and 8. Means that this build, at this height that he's at, my block is going to go up pretty significantly no matter where I put my attributes at. It's going to go up pretty significantly, right? my block is gonna be the most effective. Then right behind the block is gonna be interior defense. So I'm like, yo, if I want higher interior defense later down the line, if I want to sacrifice my interior defense on my block for right now, I can bring them down because I know when I use my cap breakers, my block and my interior defense is gonna go skyrocket. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta use less cap breakers for stuff. And then, like, you know, my since I'm making a rush build, the most important things for me specifically will be my rebounding. Of course, I need offensive to be 82, defensive to be 87. Remember, we're doing that for the badges. We're doing that for the badges. 82 bare minimum, 82 offensive rebound, bare minimum defensive rebound at 87, and strength got to be at 80, right? Just so happens at a 6'4" point guard, all of these things significantly get boosted. So now I'm like, yeah, I'm straight. And in my ball handling, I don't need a 92 or above. All I need is a 90, to be honest. I can suffice with anything below a 90, but speed with ball, I need that at an 87. 88. I need that at 88. So that's the only thing. So it's like certain things, like I need this there, I need that there. That's what I'm looking at. I need this badge. Sorry, I got confused. What's it called? Drive and dunk, stand and dunk. 14-10. 14-10. I'm not gonna lie. My rush build is gonna be OP once again. Because my post control, if I can get my post control up to an 84, what is this? 10, 17, 25, 36. 36 plus 46. 2. Yeah, so 2, 1, boom. So 40. 47, right? Wait, 40. Why not? It's 2. So 48. That's 48. No, wait. Yeah, that would be 48. So 4 plus 4, boom. So then, okay, so then it'll be at 88. 88 post control maxing all this out. Sorry, I got like, my math is like, but right now, yeah, so like 10, 17, 25. What did I just say? 10, 17, 25, 36. 36 plus 46. That'll be 2. Boom. Boom. Yeah. So yeah, 48. Okay. I'm at 88. 88 post control. Oh my gosh, I'm having this. Something's wrong. So yeah. My drive and dunk. What is this? 6 plus 8. What? 14. 14 plus 8 is what? 22. 22 plus 10. 14 plus 8. 22. Yeah. 14 plus 8. 22 plus 10. That's 32 plus 13. That's 45, right? Yeah, 75. Yeah. Okay. So layups don't really fucking matter. Okay, close shot, doesn't fucking do shit. Pass accuracy, bring this up to like a 75. 1, 2, 3. Bring it up to a 74. So that maybe all of these would be plus 2s. Bring this down a little bit. Bring this up by 1. This vert is gonna fucking kill me looking at this shit. Yeah, this is gonna be the toughest year to make this build. I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see
how the cap breakers changed. In here, they made it so you have to be a 99 overall to be able to see the cap breaker amounts. You know, it's definitely a nice addition, but it's not exactly executed to the best way possible, in my opinion. But when you hit 99 overall in the attribute screen, you can scroll over to your cap breakers tab and now see them in the builder. Moving on to when you actually put on your badges and decide what you want to use, I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible, but there is a lot of things to consider when we get to these, you know, kind of all the stuff going on here. So bear with me. It's going to take a little bit, but I think you're going to learn a lot, and it's going to help you actually understand how to utilize this to the best of your ability. When you get to this screen, this is where, you know, it shows you how many badge tokens you have in each category. Obviously, in this version, we actually had max badges, but when you make your build in the game, you're obviously going to have to grind to unlock those badge tokens. So when you click on badges for the first time, they give you a little tutorial. Each discipline has its own badge slots where related badges can be equipped. Earn badge tokens in games, practice, and workouts. Meet a badge's attribute requirements, then spend tokens to equip it in a slot. Attribute requirements and token cost are shown here. Meet both to equip the badge. So the first part is pretty self-explanatory. Badge tokens. We've had similar things in past 2Ks where each badge has a specific cost. You have a certain number of badge tokens in each discipline. You have to decide which badges you want to spend your tokens on. It's not like 2K26 where just every badge that your build meets the requirement for, you're going to have. You have to actually decide which badges you want to put on. But there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on with bonus slots, bonus tokens, the synergy with fuse and reaction badges, and how it all ties together with +1s and 2s and getting token refunds, and it's a whole lot, so bear with me. This part is relatively simple, deciding which badges you want to put on initially, and then we're going to keep going, and I'm going to try to simplify all this as best as possible so that when y'all start making your...
I'm not going to lie. I feel like that they are going to make this a lot more difficult than it actually needs to be. If y'all played 2K23 next gen, this is the exact same shit. This is the exact same shit. Remember when, like, you had a certain amount of... So if you put a whole bunch of attributes into your shooting, right? And then you have the badge that you can get. You got these badges, you put them on to a certain degree or whatever, right? And then you was able to put those badges on, put on certain badges that you really liked. And then those certain badges... Like, you would, they would spend whatever number of, you know, the little shit that you got, the little badge that you got, right? Okay, how do I explain this better? I can make this better. You have your shooting badges, and then you have these tokens. You have a certain amount of tokens. If you were mostly a shooting build, the more shooting you put in, the more tokens you would have. And then each badge cost a token, a certain amount of tokens, right? Some of them was like 3, 4, depending on your height and the build name and all that stuff. And the wingspan and everything like that, it just depends. It would switch the amount of tokens that it would cost, right? Those tokens, in order for you to put on a badge, you had to pick a badge, put it on, and it'll take out that many tokens. Now, here's the catch. There were certain loadouts to where it was like one badge of any number or whatever, one badge was free. So it might not have been free. Some of the badges could have been discounted, right? If one badge was like 10 tokens, right? And you put it and equipped it into this slot, and they'd be like, oh, you get half of whatever. It takes off half, or it takes off 5, or it takes off 3 tokens, or whatever the case is, right? It takes off this many tokens. Boom. Now you have a couple more tokens to be like, okay, I want this badge now, or I want this badge that costs a little bit more since, you know, I want this version of this badge. So, you know, you see what I'm saying? So, like, oh, perfect example, right? Set shot. Imagine you have set shot, right? You like, I want set shot, but I only have 15 tokens. Right? I'll have 15 tokens. Set shot on bronze is worth like 3 tokens. Set shot on silver worth like 5. Set shot on gold is worth 10. And set shot on Hall of Fame is worth, let's say 13. Let's just say 15, just cause, right? It would be like that. Now imagine you're like, okay, I want set shot and I want range extender. I want to shoot further with my set shot. And then those set shot and range extender, all those tokens cost the same. So guess what? If you want both badges, you can't grab Hall of Fame set shot for 15 tokens, equip it, and then pick the other shit. You feel me? You gotta sacrifice. You gotta be like, damn. I mean, I want set shot more than I want limitless range. So I want set shot on gold for fucking 10, and then I'll take fucking silver fucking limitless for 5. That's how that goes. It's not that hard compared to like what they're doing now. They're making it sound a lot more difficult than it is. It's the exact same way it was in 23.
Build you understand. All right, so just going through, seeing what badges I want to spend my tokens on. But once we click in that R3 button, we're getting more tutorials about what's going on. Bonus slots are earned through prizing and can be moved to any discipline at any time. Bonus tokens are also earned from prizing and can be moved to any discipline at any time. All right, so here's a perfect example. In my defense category right now, I only have 2 badge tokens available, but I need 3 for silver high flying denier. So I'm going to go over to my bonus badge slots. I'm going to apply one of those bonus badge tokens to the defense category, giving me 3 defense tokens available, which then I can apply and unlock the silver high flying denier. That is going to be a theme across all your categories, right? You can apply those bonus tokens to any category. So when you don't have enough tokens, you want to get a badge, you can utilize those bonus badge tokens. Now here's an example of bonus slots. There are 5 total rebounding badges, but I only have 4 badge slots available in the rebounding category. So I'm going to apply some bonus tokens so that I have enough tokens to put on all the rebounding badges. But of course, like I said, there's 5 rebounding badges. I only have 4 slots. So this is where I can utilize that bonus slot. So as you can see, I'm selecting the rebounding badges that I want. I'm filling those 4 slots that I have available, but there's another rebounding badge that I want to put on. So I'm going to utilize one of my bonus slots. Clicking that R3 button again, going over to the slot section, I'm going to go down to rebounding and I'm going to add a 5th slot available in the rebounding category. Once I apply that slot, I can then go in, spend the rest of my tokens on that 5th rebounding badge, and then I'm able to unlock all 5 rebounding badges on this hypothetical center build that you're looking at right here. So optimizing your build to the fullest, you're going to have to utilize those bonus slots and bonus tokens.
Alright, now, I'm not gonna cap. This year, niggas is finna be in the builder for days. Because no, I feel like people are gonna look at the builder, they're gonna be in the builder, they're gonna do the builder, and then they're not going to care about the bonus slots because they're gonna be like, oh, I can get more later, not realizing how important this shit is finna be. I'm about to crack this shit wide open. Walnut. I'm gonna crack it wide open. And I'm about to be the greatest build maker once again. And this time, y'all are gonna be here for the entire journey. So you know what I'm saying? So here's my thing, right? Yes, bonus slots. He just used 3. Now, if he has the max amount of badges, let's just say this. If he has the max amount of badges, and we've seen that the bonus tokens and bonus slots, you get them through build specialization, right? From at least what we've seen. And they got maxed out badge number. They got all the badges they can get, everything off rip. Does that mean this is how many bonus tokens? You would have 12 bonus tokens and 3 bonus slots if you were to completely complete your build specialization? Excuse me. Because that's what it looks like to me. That's what it looked and seemed like just now. I'm using that based off of, the fact that, they have all the badges. All their badges for every single build that they have for community day. So I'm like, I would assume that they have everything for all of it, right? At least the base game. So like clearly I think throughout like the seasons they might add more or expand upon it or whatever the case is, but we'll figure that out.
Tokens. Now we're going to go down and break down this whole synergy thing. Fuse badge slots grant a +1 or 2 level boost for the full game at no token cost. Any badge meeting its requirement can be slotted here. Now we slide down to reaction badges. Reaction badges link to fuse badges. Trigger the fuse badge enough times in a game to boost the linked reaction badge 1 or 2 levels for the rest of the game. The reaction badge list is limited to those associated with the fuse badge. We're going to break all this down in more detail, but we're running through this tutorial right now.
Time out. What he just said right here. Anything infused, you activate them shits enough, your reaction badges will go up by whatever the fuck your fuse badges go up by. So, theoretically speaking, if I felt like it, if I wanted to +2 my, let's say I have fucking gold posterizer, right? And I want to +2 it to legend. I put that on my fuse. Anytime I activate posterizer, right? Anytime I dunk on somebody, and let's say I put in my reaction, let's say I have silver rebound chaser. Every time I dunk on somebody, if I dunk on somebody and I activate posterizer enough times in the game, and I activate it, I +2'd it, right? To legend, that means my rebound chaser would then sooner or later become +2'd for the rest of that game. So literally the shit that you do the most is shit that you do like the absolute most, something that is guaranteed, right? If you're like, I'm a spot up shooter, a guaranteed badge that you're gonna use is that spot up badge. If you're like, I'm a spot up shooter, spot up badge, what's something else I can do later in the game? What's something else I need help for later in the game that I don't need in this moment? And be like, oh, let's say I'm a two-way sharp, right? I'm a pure defense, I'm a lockdown, I'm a lock. I spot up and I'll play defense. You may use your +1 on your shooting and then be like, okay, let me bring out my fucking immovable enforcer. You feel what I'm saying? Or if you're a big man, you're gonna sit here and be like, I'm gonna get the boards. I'm gonna put rebound up on my fuse because I'm gonna get the board. It's gonna activate a lot, right? And then your reactions, you're gonna be like, I want my rise up to go higher for the rest of the game. It's that simple. This finna, man.
So bear with me. I know it can be a lot. And then over here on the right side of the screen, eligible synergy badge boosts and potential token refunds appear here. All right, so let's break all this down and then we're going to talk about a bunch of different possibilities on how to utilize this type of stuff. All right, so down in the synergy, your fuse badge is going to be a +1 or +2, depending on which fuse badge you use, at all times, right? And this is how you can push your badges to legend. The only way to push your badges to legend is in the synergy slot. You can't get legend badges from your attributes this year. Okay, so for example, I'm going to put my Hall of Fame rebounding badge down in the fuse slot in the synergy section to get a +1 and push it to legend. At the same time, you're going to see I just got a bunch of rebounding tokens back. You get refunded those tokens that you use down there. It's similar to core badges in 2K23.
I told y'all, he's literally just said it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm about to be a demon. Because this right here, if you don't understand this, right? This is an RPG game now. I'm not going to lie to you. 2K is slowly becoming a role-playing game, an RPG. Just like Crimson Desert to a certain degree, and you know, like the First Descendants and certain games like that, like Diablo and shit where like statistics, you have to think about a build truly before you do something, and you got to be like, this matches with this makes sense with this. That's what 2K is becoming with this shit again. They tried it in 23. A lot of people did not like it because they did not understand it, and then once they understood it, they was like, this shit is OP, and certain builds became OP as hell because of the fact that people started learning and was like, oh yeah, this is not as difficult as I thought it was. And then like those people were like really, really getting at it with the badges and stuff. The fact that he just sat there and put that up to legend, and then all he did was +1 it. He put that up to legend and it gives him all them tokens back. Here's my thing, right? If I'm a point guard, if I make my rust build and I'm just decent at everything, right? I'm going to be better at everything else besides shooting. My shooting is not going to be the highest because I'm going to be a rust build, right? So what do you think I'm going to do the moment I can get, if posterizer on silver is 5, I have to have that on my rust build at least gold or Hall of Fame. Probably gold, depending on the posterizer and like what number I needed at. But I'm probably going to have posterizer gold, right? And when I get that first +2 fuse, the first moment I get that and I put that right there, all of my tokens is going to be back in my finishing. So now I can bring my other finishing badges up, right? Yeah. And then I might even be able to be like, oh, I put in all these bonus tokens into my finishing. I don't need them no more because my posterizer badge no longer has any, you know what I'm saying, no longer takes tokens. It gave me back all my posterizer tokens back to me. So now all the bonus badges, bonus tokens that I put into my finishing, I don't need them in there no more. I can throw them into shooting and get more shooting badges, upgrade my shooting badges better. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm like, oh, I can put all of the shit, any badge that I get or whatever, +1 or +2, and I make it to legend and it refunds me back all my shit. Anything, is it just legend badges? That's the only thing I need to know. If it's not just legend badges and any badge that you put down here in fuse gives you stuff back, this is finna be the most, niggas is finna make the most OP builds ever created. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not just talking about myself. I mean like 2K in general. this will be the year that like everybody's builds can be viable. And I don't think anybody's gonna strictly just sit here and copy one person for all of this shit. I'm not going cap. I think they're trying to do this to confuse people and to make people like actually think and make people like fucking like do their own shits. I think right here they're forcing people to go on their own path. That's what I honestly believe. And I'm not too upset by that. I'm not really upset by that, but like it's gonna be a hard learning curve for y'all that didn't play it. Yo, Tyler, what's going on, man? I'm sorry, man. I'm just now seeing the thing. I took off the chat earlier. But nah, gang, I ain't gonna lie. This shit here is finna be fire. This shit here is finna be fire. Now, that being said, build specialization. I already seen some of the fucking shit. Some of this shit is crazy. But it's not as bad. It sounds crazy, but it's not as bad as you might think it is, right? You know what's crazy? 3,000 fucking dunks or layups. That shit is crazy, especially towards the end of the year, right? I saw one for the rebounding that was like get 400 putbacks. If you're a big man, you get the rebound and you do a standing dunk. That's a putback. You do that 400 times. You do that shit if you play a rec game, you probably do that shit. Like if you're a decent big man with a decent standing dunk, you're probably gonna do that shit like a lot. Like about like 5-10 times a game, maybe 5 times a game. You know what I'm saying? Depending on your build and what's going on and everything like that. You do that shit a lot more than you might think. But nah, this shit is finna be OP as hell. I'm not gonna cap. I'm not gonna lie. Anybody that like defense, this shit gonna be fire. I ain't gonna cap. Anybody like defense or shooting, this gonna be fire. Cause I'm pretty sure shooting has the most badges. Shooting and not finishing. Finishing and shooting got the most badges actually. And after that shit, I think it's defense and then rebounding. I think playmaking has the least.
Thing you put down there in the fuse slot, you're going to get refunded tokens for those. So it's going to be really important how you utilize those slots, not only for the +1s and 2s, but also in terms of maximizing your token output on your builds. Because check it out, now that I got refunded those tokens, I can remove those bonus badges that I added, and
it's literally what I just said. Crazy, right?
now I can apply those bonus badges to another category because I just got a bunch of rebounding tokens back. I don't need to use the bonus tokens in the rebounding category anymore. It's definitely a bit overwhelming at first, and once you start doing it more and more, you start to realize like, maybe I shouldn't have put that badge in there because now I have all these tokens that I'm not even using in this category. Like it's just a lot to think about and consider when making your build. Obviously, all of these things are going to have to be unlocked. So initially off the rip, you're not even going to have to make some of these decisions. But once we start unlocking more slots, it's definitely going to be a lot of things to consider. And we haven't even gotten into.
See, I'm going to let it be known this right now. Every single year, I know for a fact that I am, out of my circle, I am the best build maker in my complete circle, right? And they had talked about cap breakers at all. No, they haven't even talked about cap breakers at all, which is crazy because now it's like my thought process behind making every build this year is not for right now satisfaction. My build making process for every build that I make, any build that I make, will always be from now on 5 months from now, when the game is in its prime, or 5 months from now when everything's died down and I have more and more stuff. What will I have? Will I have a whole bunch of stuff? Will I have like enough, Like will I have enough things to go around to make sense for it later down the line? Am I going to be able to use this later, right? I'm telling you this right now. If anybody makes anything with a 99 anything, I think that person, unless it's like a big man with like a 99 both rebounds, right? Because they're like, I need this 99 rebound. They want the 99 rebound and they got a high strength. And I'm like, okay, well then what else do you want to do? And like, oh yeah, I'm using all my cap breakers to shoot. All my cap breakers to upgrade my finishing. And then I'm gonna do this and the third for all that stuff. That makes sense, right? About it being in the builder. No, it's in the builder. No, the cap breakers are in the builder. You just have to make your build a 99 overall. in order to see the cap breakers. So like, you know what I'm saying? They were just talking about they did say that they did say that they did say that, you know, you have to be 99 overall in the builder. So upgrade your build all the way until you can see like the name of the build and everything, and then you'll see your cap breakers and shit. But this shit finna be nasty.
Like, then you're trying to implement cap breakers and all types of things. Now, as I was saying, you're gonna have to unlock these synergy badge slots, and I mean, check it out, level 28 in a crew. The next +1 that you can unlock in the fuse slot is level 39 in a crew. Like, these are, you know, it's gonna take a little bit of time. This is from the build specialization. I'm not sure at what level you get it, but you got to get it through build specialization. And then the last +2 you can get is earned at legend 2 rep. Like, that's gonna take, you know, that's gonna be a long time. A lot of people aren't even gonna get that one, so you definitely are going to have to grind for some of these synergy fuse badge slots. But let's continue on, right? We can fill out these fuse badge slots and put certain badges that we want in there, but underneath that we have reaction badges as well. Now the reaction badge, as they said, it ties to the fuse badge. You do not get that reaction badge +1 or +2 all game long. You have to activate the reaction badge by using the fused badge above it a certain number of times in a game. So you're going to want to coordinate which badges you put in the reaction category to the badge you have in the fuse category. For example, if there's a badge you know you're going to use a lot, like if you're a center, you might want to fuse your brick wall badge and then tie your standing 3-point badge to it, because you know I'm going to be setting a lot of screens. So after I set, you know, 3, 4, 5 screens, whatever the specific number is, then my standing 3-point shot badge is going to get that boost for the rest of the game. Use a badge in the fuse category that you know you're going to use all the time. You'll notice that the reaction badges are flashing because it's not a permanent boost until you activate it. So it's showing, you know, my set and fire badge is silver, but it will turn gold once I use brick wall enough times in a game. My paint patroller is silver, but once I use rise up enough times in the game, it
So literally it's the exact same way I explained it. Cool.
will turn gold. Making sure you're using fuse badges that you're going to activate very often in the game is going to be a key to optimizing your build's full badge potential. Another thing to pay attention to is not all badges link from reaction to fuse. For example, I just linked my set and fire badge to my brick wall badge, but if I was trying to link my set and fire badge to my snatcher rebounding badge, you see it does not show up because they feel that set and fire doesn't associate with snatcher, but they feel it does associate with brick wall.
That is going to be kind of heavy caveat. The fact that the game will tell you that this. So, my fuse badge, not fuse badge, I don't know what badge that is. I'm not going to lie. I've never seen that shit. But whatever badge that is, you would not be able to use Ghost Stepper, Aerial Wizard, or Paint Prodigy. But you could use Rise Up and Break Starter with it. Question. I wonder if you put, since your fuse badge, if you put anything right there and it hits a legend, right? And if you put anything in your fuse badge, those tokens go back to you, right? I wonder if it's the same if you put anything in your reaction, because if that's the case, that might be a little too OP.
Set and fire doesn't associate with snatcher, but they feel it does associate with brick wall. So sometimes you're going to see, like, you might put a badge in the fuse slot and then go to look to put a different badge in the reaction category, and you're going to be like, why is it not showing up? It's because it's saying it does not link to that fuse badge. I don't know exactly which badges link with others. You know, obviously that's going to be something that we're going to have to figure out as the year goes on.
Oh, never mind. So those are the badges that you can use. Okay, never mind. So you can use Aerial Wizard. He just don't got no tokens for it. He can use Ghost Stepper. He just got no tokens. But the badges are not going to pop up if it doesn't feel like it aligns with it. So that means if I get finishing, right? Let's say Posterizer. I might not be able to put on my rebound. No, I should be able to put on my rebound chaser because of the fact of putbacks. My putbacks. So my putbacks, there's no badge strictly made for putbacks. So my rebound chaser can, theoretically, it can fuse and react with my my Posterizer badge. That would actually be tough.
But something I did notice was, like I said, Set and Fire linked with Brick Wall, but it did not link with Snatcher. Something to pay attention to, and another decision to make when deciding which badges to put in your fuse and reaction slots. The last thing I want to talk about is cap breakers. A question a lot of people were asking was, when you apply your cap breakers, once we unlock them and we apply them, are we going to get more badge tokens depending on where we put our cap breakers? I asked that question and I was told you do not receive any extra badge tokens dependent upon where you put your cap breakers. So make sure, you know, if you're planning on making one of those builds where you start with a 53 pointer and then you're going to cap break it all the way up to 90, or, you know what I mean? We found some glitchy cap breakers last year. I'm sure we're going to find some this year. Make sure you have enough badge tokens in that category to actually use those badges that you're going to be getting from the cap breaker.
Here's the thing. I feel like in order for this to make sense, right? Let's say you made a build with like a 65 three ball, right? And so when you make a build with a 65 three ball, you cannot have any more, even if you cap break it to like a fucking 80, 85, 90, whatever. Even if you cap break it, you cannot put on any more, you do not get any added on tokens, right? My whole thing is this: from that point on, my fuse badges, any badge that I put on my finishing, rebounding, whatever, anything that's the highest, I would then put into my fuse. That's how I get around that. I will put into my fuse category. Why would I put into my fuse category? I put all my bonus tokens into whatever cap breakers I'm looking, whatever like the most like tokens a badge takes or whatever, right? A badge that takes the most tokens. Put all my bonus cap break bonus tokens into that. Get that badge as high as possible, put into my fuse. And then that way I get all of those regular tokens back. And now, you know what I'm saying? I take out all the bonus tokens and then I can put it to another, I can put it to whatever it is at the lowest setting. So, okay. How do I explain this? Give me a second. I can explain this. I'm the greatest explainer in the universe. Give me a minute. Okay. Y'all ready? So, this is what I'm seeing. Let me get comfortable. Gotta stretch. If I have a badge, let's say I have Posterizer, and my driving dunk is a 96, so I get it on Hall of Fame, right? I got Hall of Fame Posterizer, and that cost 12 badges, right? 12 tokens. It costs 12 tokens or some shit. Now, finishing wise, after I put all my other tokens on, I know you understand it, but I'm trying to make sure I understand it for sure. But the finishing tokens, right? Let's say I'm missing like 2 of them. I have my bonus tokens. I have 2 bonus tokens. I can put those 2 bonus tokens into my finishing. All right. So then I'll have my Posterizer on Hall of Fame. I put that into fuse. I'll get all of my tokens back into finishing. I can take out those 2 tokens, right? And let's say at the same time, my 3 ball was at a 70, and I want to say, fuck it, I want to put it to an 85. I can't break it to an 85. And now a badge that I couldn't get at first because it wasn't high enough, I can get that badge now. I don't get no more tokens. But now, in order for me to get that badge at the level that I wanted, I need 2 tokens. I have my bonus tokens that I got from my finishing, and I put it back into my shooting. Now, then, at that point, I could put that shooting badge, theoretically speaking, I should be able to put that shooting badge into my fuse spot, right? Get all of those tokens into my shooting, get right back into my shooting, and now I can put those tokens and just sit here and just, put them into my put them like deeper into my shooting. I can use those tokens for like a different badge at higher levels on the shooting. And then like now I have a thought process to where now I could either put my strongest badges, the highest badges into the fuse spots to get them back. And then after a certain point, right, I put like anything that's close to like Hall of Fame. Anything Hall of Fame, I could put into my fuse to get on Legend. Get those tokens back. Take whatever bonus tokens those are, put them into my weak category. And then whatever my weak category is, I put them into my fuse spots. So now I got more tokens to spend in that same category. I get those and I put them back into I put those badges into my fuse spots. So literally I'm saying use your highest ones and use your weakest ones for your fuse spots. That is what I'm getting at. If you use the highest ones, then you you use bonus tokens, get your highest ones, then boom, you use those bonus ones again to go get your weakest ones. You get your weakest ones, put them in there. Now you got more for that same fucking category. Oh my God. I know I just sat there and just everyone already understands what I'm saying. I'm just trying to make sure this shit is instilled in me. There's a reason why I know I make the best builds, and no one could ever take that away from me because I have the discipline to sit here and be like this, that, and the third. And I'm putting in the work. Ain't no one else gonna fucking put in.
Obviously, you can unlock those bonus tokens that we talked about, so you could even use those bonus tokens in that category. That way, you know, you're really utilizing your cap breakers and your tokens to their fullest ability. But it's just, I know a lot of people were asking me that, and nobody really had the answer, so I wanted to make sure I told y'all. When I asked them, they told me no more badge tokens will be allocated based on where you apply cap breakers. Whatever badge tokens you get from applying your attributes, those are the badge tokens you're going to have on your build. And then, of course, there's a ton of things to unlock with the slots and the bonus tokens and the synergy slots and all that we broke down in this video. But that is the official builder breakdown.
Okay, so since that's the builder breakdown, 2 minutes ago, hold up.
Lights on.
I didn't understand you.
Lights on. Morning.
Hello.
Creating builds is expensive, and optimizing builds to their fullest potential can be time-consuming and challenging. So I'm here to give you 10 mistakes to avoid when creating your player on 2K27. Drop a like on the video for me, and let's get straight into it. The first tip is the new badge system in NBA 2K27 is pretty damn complex, and you're going to need to take a few minutes to actually learn how it works. There's a ton of new things to consider. Badge tokens, bonus animation requirements. Meeting animation requirements is one of the most important things to not only making a good build, but making a build that you're going to enjoy playing on. There's no worse feeling than making a build, putting the VC on, and then realizing you missed out on your favorite dribble style playing on. There's no worse feeling than making a build, putting the VC on, and then...
They made it to where the standard dunks, you need to be at least 6'5". Makes sense, makes sense. He has a 90 driving dunk with a 58 agility and a 70 vert. Never mind. Wait. Pro contact dunks off one with a 70 vertical? Pro contact dunks off one with a 70 vertical. That's not right. Did they make it to where? No, there's no way they made it to where. They didn't make, no, there's no way. There's no way, gang. There's no way they made it to where, like, the vertical is less needed. You don't need as much of a vertical no more for these dunks. Because I'm pretty sure pro contact dunks off one, you need at least an 80. An 80 vertical. Because off two, you don't need that much. Off two, I think it was like 75. I think it was an 87 and 75. Off one, you needed an 89 and an 80. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I know it was no 70. That's crazy.
Realizing you missed out on your favorite dribble style or your favorite...
See, no one's talking about the dunking. I need the dunk package.
Go-to shot by 1 or 2 ratings. Do not
I don't care for none of this game. Hold on. We finna see this real quick.